Yes, welcome to Painter's Breakfast. I am your host, Joss Blake. How are you? Hope you're well. Quick synopsis for the show so that people understand what they're getting into. I'm a painter. This is my breakfast. That's it. No. We just talk about everything. I mean, if there's no topic too big, too small, from an artist's perspective, good morning. I hope you all had a good breakfast. I hope you're having breakfast. If you haven't had it yet, I try to do this at least on Mondays. I don't always get to have breakfast, but when I do, I try to do something. So I hope you're well. Yeah. I made all this. It is a avocado. This is sparkling water. This is avocado, egg, onion, mustard, ketchup, and cheese on very thin sliced, sexy bread. Dave's bread. It always that bread commercial always just looks like you have to watch like this bread around like your mom or something. You know, he's gonna be inappropriate. He's got a weird vibe to him. He's got a weird vibe. So yeah, but yeah, I don't have too many plans today. That's what it looks like. Um, I've already been to the post office, so I mailed my stuff off. So that's cool. I'm going to work on some art today. I'm just not sure exactly which one. I have my new contraption set up. Weird that Dave's bread is how long it stays good. It never molds. Yeah, actually, it is kind of strange. Because I can do like Dave's. It's super sprouted. They have super thin slices. So I can do those. It doesn't knock all my blood sugar up. And then yeah, we'll go to like a bakery and just get like regular sourdough because that helps. And these two idiots are fighting. Give me 1 second. And that goes bad almost immediately. We No fighting. Jeez, you guys are the worst. The producers, they're trying to hide. They're trying to get that head billing. I guess I don't know. But if some of you saw yesterday, I did a live little painting show. It was really good. It was nice. I made my packaging for my book. Went to my local shipping station. Well, they know me so well, they typed in my name before I get there. And see me in the parking lot. And it's like, Gerard Blake, gotcha. So that's cool. It's oftentimes like a struggle to just fill out paperwork over and over and over again when it's the same paperwork. And it's got like that Cheers vibe to it. Everybody knows your name. It's in the theme song. You probably heard of it. And yeah, just working. It's a well-oiled machine. That's what I wanted to say. Stop fighting. still fighting. I have to distract them. Come here. No. Mission to kill each other. They're playing and it's fighting, so that's kind of how it works. Tom, stop hunting. I always joke with my wife, Alec, that if the show ever turns into just the cats doing stuff, it'll probably be the most views I've ever gotten in my whole life. It's ridiculous. I was coming to kind of like this conclusion a couple of days ago. Not about that. Past that. Somebody asked me, they're like, you have like this production quality that you do. You edit, you try and add music, you try and sometimes add captions, sometimes you do like little doodles and stuff, and like you're not getting hundreds of thousands of views on these videos on YouTube, but you're still putting the work in. And I was like, well, I mean, I'm doing it for the 4 people who I know always watch them. They appreciate it. I think a lot of times, like with your audience, you have to keep in mind that like the people who support you don't need to be in the hundreds of thousands. Like, don't get me wrong, like 100,000 you want to decide to suddenly follow me and shower me with attention and whatnot for all of what I consider rambling, crazy artist videos, but I'll accept it heartily. But I don't know. I don't feel. I was looking at my video count on YouTube. I've done almost 800 videos on there, and I know they count shorts as videos, so there's probably like 30 or 40 of those on there. But most of those 700 and so of them are long art, blog, video type stuff. And, they don't have hundreds of thousands of views, like I said. But the people who matter watch them. And so, I'm good. I think, like, as an artist, we oftentimes forget that, like, if you show someone your work and they go, wow, it's really cool, you've already done like 90% of the hard stuff. Selling stuff oftentimes I feel like isn't really related to counts and everything, Mm-hmm. Because the old saying is you can have 500 people follow you on your stuff, but like 5 of them are actually going to like put their time in, do all these things. I can say in a lot of ways it's true. Like, I've had big art shows that have done really well, but the people I still see to this day are probably about 5 or 6 people. Like, everyone else is just, they're taking it and they're deciding whether they want to stick around or not. But that's on them. It's not on you. We will all get to the places that we're going at the time allotted for us to get there. What that means, essentially, is you see other people out there doing things being very successful via your standards, but you don't know how long it took them to actually get to that point. you don't even really know how they feel about it. Like, it was brought to my attention recently that people think I'm an in-demand artist. I thought I wasn't. And then they pointed out all these points, and I was like, no, I guess you're right. Yeah, kind of crazy. It's really just all about perspective. So, last week was Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. And for that, we put our ofrenda up. We kind of keep our ofrenda up all year long. So it's kind of lazy. But it's also, we honor and love these people. And they're very important to us. And so, their photos are up, their memories are shared, and they're celebrated. I sadly did not go to any celebrations. I watched a few online, but I didn't go anywhere. Partially, I'm kind of tired. My feet hurt every day. But in the same way, there's been like a string of like carjackings recently. So I kind of don't want to take my chances. Mm-hmm. So we can go anywhere. But it's fine. It's a fine day. I wonder if any of you guys did anything. If you have any, you can send me photos. I'd love to see them. The Painter Files Podcast at gmail.com. It's okay to be a homebody. Thank you, Zeph. I guess the hard part is just I want to go out and I want to support, but sometimes it's a little wild. So this is the page from last week, just so people can see. The Beast. I've just been doing these for the better part of 2 years now, I think. I look to follow because I have a hashtag for it in my blog. So I'm working on all these type of like little things. Here's the one I'm working on today. I don't know, it's just interesting. It's interesting to see like all these things play out the way they do. To make art, to make designs, to make just kind of random brain tuggings. And you know, it's pretty cool. Yeah, boom, wave back at you. It's just interesting. I think art has this like really, it can be stressful, but it can also be like really super relaxing on the factor that you are not forced. You're not forced to show people anything. Like I do because I enjoy it, but if you don't enjoy it, like you don't have to. And I try to always like remind people of that as they feel like, well, I'm making art, but I'm not getting appreciated, and I put stuff out, and it's almost kind of like I groan as I put it out. And I'm like, you don't have to, though. You honestly don't have to. Like, you should be sharing this stuff because, like, you enjoy sharing it, and not because you want, like, 1 million likes and whatnot. And I know that's easy to say, but I don't get millions of likes for my stuff either. But I do try to always make a point to just like enjoy the process of putting stuff up. Nararu! I was just thinking about you, brother. How's it going? Oh, God. I like how I elbowed the table so hard I knocked everything over on Instagram. There we go. Nope. There we go. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like people get so caught up on the interactive aspect of everything that they kind of miss the journey of it. Also, for those who feel like they need to have more interaction on their work, I suggest you go and do like a tabletop show. You'll meet so many people. You'll have all that interaction, even if they go, that's nice," and they don't buy anything. Like it's still, you will get you're looking for a physical effect on a non-physical plane of existence, and that to me is hard to not displace, so to speak. Like there's more to it than like just perspective, because it's literally you're trying to you're trying to establish a group of people who are not part of your group, so to speak. They're not part of your tribe, not part of your group, not part of your clique, not part of your posse. I don't know, whatever you want to call them. Um, I always think I said when I listen to these later, I'm just like posse. Why do you say posse? It's such a weird. You're so weird. Um, no, but it's just kind of one of those things where you have to realize that you're chasing the imaginary. Like I know that you know that I'm real, and I know that you are real, but I don't know these other people. The internet is a very perplexing place of reality and disproportionate, uh, fraudulent activities. So yeah, you know, we gotta we gotta figure out a nice way to be just good to each other. Mythical green bean, nice. I like that name. It's a good name. Um, but yeah, there's just that whole kind of aspect of life that we have to figure out a way to be happy. What does that look like? I'm reading this book right now called The Death. Oh, sorry. Capitalism is Lying to You. And it's a very quick book. It's not a super thick book. But essentially it's on the idea that you are and can be successful even if you are not mirrored by the amount of like money or garnered attention or etc. Like you can still live and do all these things that make you happy, and you don't have to base them on a monetary aspect. You have to kind of figure out what works for you. That isn't about doing better than someone else, and then that thing that you're doing better than them means you're financially more relevant. Like it's not necessary. We can we can be all these wonderful things without any possibilities of ever making any money at it and still be extremely happy. The whole concept of like how much you're worth shows how much you're worth. You know what I mean? Is just something we gotta get away from. You know? And I say this as someone who lives in a capitalist society. I like absolutely do. I'm stuck here, and so I have to kind of navigate through it, like the rest of you do. But it doesn't mean I have to love it and celebrate it. I like the idea of like community things. I like the idea of us all working together so that we just make it through the winters. You know, like that to me is kind of the bigger importance. That you are a trailblazer in incredible ideas, whether you say them out loud or put them down on a piece of paper or share them with anyone in any way, shape, or form. You are a powerhouse of great ideas, and the only thing stopping you from simply putting it down and making it a reality for yourself is you. Max, Max, Max. Max is coming into town in a couple weeks. It's gonna be fun. Yeah. We just have to believe in the ideas that you're going to do cool things regardless of anyone else seeing them or not. It's that whole bear in the woods thing with the tree. Which is the most horrific way to just a disjumbled way to describe that whole scenario. Like if you read an entire book that you found amazing, did it really happen if you didn't use Twitter to tell everyone? You know, yes, obviously. So you should look at these other things in the same kind of standard where it's you accomplish these things, you did the stuff the right way, and you're happy with yourself. I mean, I'm literally making weird little designs. Love the motivation, great way to start the week. Thank you. I'm doing like with designs and stuff. It's relaxing for me. I don't think these are going to become. I mean, I guess I could make them into prints, but it's not required that I make them into prints in order to feel like I succeeded. I'm starting to pick all these like weird little shapes and designs because I've been just kind of doing. I've got food on my hands, so it's a little more difficult. But I've been doing all this stuff. And like I said, whether they become anything or they don't become anything, or maybe I put out a textile book or I don't. I never do. It's fine. Like, they were made to be made. Like a little project for myself. I had run across this idea a while back that people don't finish sketchbooks. So I was like, you know what? I will purposely fill out each one of these pages. And I thought it was just really it was a good challenge for me. It also made the whole idea of Inktober seem silly because I was like, well, I'm already doing stuff every day, so this doesn't really interest me. And I can draw everything I want to draw, so I don't have that problem. Yeah, so this became that project, and the project has been very fulfilling, very fruitful up here. I don't fear blank pages. They are simply a challenge to be conquered. I just start off with shapes. I make basic shapes and then I pick random weird shapes I make and then I do a little weird kind of design, Google like garbage, whatever type of things. And some of them, honestly, I could throw them away today and I'd be fine. I enjoy looking back at them. I will admit that because it's just interesting. And I like the idea because I'm oftentimes using them in my bigger paintings. So, yeah. Well, all right. I've rambled long enough. I love you all. Thank you so much for joining me. Well, this is really popping today, so that's kind of cool. I hope everybody has a good day, and I will see you next week. Paint around. Ciao. Don't forget to write in the comments what you had for breakfast. Very important. Boop.